Hello, this is Kian from CryptoBoost. Really happy to have you here with me today. So I've got a very short article I want to share with you, and I think it's pretty important. It's not FUD, I just want to raise awareness and looking forward to the proof of stake for Ethereum. So basically, the declining hash rate of Ethereum increases chances of a 51% attack. And the question is it possible? And hopefully the new release of Ethereum 2.0 is going to come soon enough. So Ethereum is one of the main cryptocurrencies, and it's part of the top 3 cryptocurrencies in the market. Recently, however, the crypto community is raising security questions in regards to the network's declining hash rate. So hash rate is when miners are mining, an amount of miners that mine. If it's very high, then the hash rate is high, and less miners are using the computer power to mine, then the hash rate is lower. And that's something that is done with proof of work based blockchain. So Ethereum marks a 42% decline in its hash rate from its last year's high, and the main question is whether or not Ethereum is still safe as it used to be. And there's definitely an increasing vulnerability. I mean, it's not something you should be scared about at the moment, it's just something that's important to be aware of. And if we look at August 2018, Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies saw their hash rate peaking, and since then, however, things have turned, and Ethereum's hash rate is down around 42% over the last few months. Here we've got the source is Etherscan, and around May to September 2018, as you can see here, hash rate was around 300k, and now it's only at around 160k. So to put things in perspective, Bitcoin's hash rate has been constantly increasing, and very often what happens is the more lucrative one blockchain is to mine, then the hash rate will move over to that blockchain. And the moment Bitcoin's blockchain is much more lucrative to mine, so that's why a lot of hashing power is moving over to Bitcoin, and probably is explaining why the hash rate of Ethereum is decreasing, or has decreased by so much in the last 10 months. So now the thing is, with 51% attack, it's very expensive to pull off a 51% attack when the hash rate is very high. Now when the hash rate goes down, then it gets cheaper and cheaper to perform a 51% attack per hour. So for example, in order to jeopardize the Bitcoin's network, one would have to spend approximately $750,000 per hour. And now in order to put Ethereum's network in the same jeopardy, the price is significantly lower and is around $100,000 per hour. So if Ethereum's hash rate continues to go further south, this cost will only decrease, hence making it a lot more affordable to cause serious disruptions within its network. Now it's worth noting that Ethereum has been making serious efforts to transition from proof of work to proof of stake. However, it's going to take some time, and hopefully the hash rate will not decrease until then. So you might have heard of Ethereum Classic experienced a 51% attack a while ago. I think it was the beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it was in January. Such an attack was carried out on the Ethereum Classic network. As a result, the attacker transferred a total of 54,000 Ethereum Classics, which was worth around $250,000 at the time. In a funny twist, he actually sent back around 25,000 Ethereum Classic back to Gate.io. One theory is that it was a white hat hacker, but no one really knows why he did that. But it's just to show that such a 51% attack is definitely possible, especially if the hash rate sinks below a certain threshold and becomes very cheap for someone with a lot of funds to perform this 51% attack, especially if they've got bad intentions. They can perform different double spending and so on if they've got a lot of funds. So hopefully the new rollout Ethereum 2.0 is around the corner, and that will happen before the hash rate sinks too low. And the other thing is, hopefully the hash rate doesn't sink too low until then. But that was it. Hope you enjoyed this information. I think it's just important to know, be aware, and to look forward to the proof of stake algorithm that's coming to the Ethereum network. Alright, that was it for today. Have a great day, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.